back to my channel and to the last video of 2024. To celebrate, we are doing a New Year's party makeup look so you can have so much fun at your party. I want to thank you for being with me this year and subscribing, so let's get into it. We're going to start with the eyeshadow, but first my lips are feeling very dry, so I want to apply this Laneige mask. This is the lip sleeping mask in the candy cane version. This is the cutest, most festive mask ever, and it matches my sweater. I know that technically I'm not going to be sleeping, but I still want my lips to get really hydrated while we do the rest of the makeup. And especially if you want your lipstick to stay in place for many hours like I want for this New Year makeup look, you should at least apply a lip balm first or a lip mask like I did, because hydrated lips equals that your lipstick stays on for longer. This is the Too Faced set we are going to be using with three stunning, oh my god, I almost dropped one, with three stunning palettes. If you've been following me, you know that I did one makeup look for each of these, but today we're going to combine them for the ultimate festive look. I'm going to put these strands of my hair up because I don't want them to be in my eyes when I'm blending, even though it looks kind of funny. And first of all, we're going to be priming our eyelids using this NYX HD Studio Photogenic Primer. You must know by now how dedicated I am to this product because it makes any eyeshadow look appear brighter, more put together. Blending shades is easier, and of course, let's talk about how long lasting it makes, like literally any eyeshadow look. For this type of more complex eyeshadow look, I suggest that you first take a look at all the palettes that you're going to be using and find what shades to apply first. So basically what you would need for the base of the makeup, what are the darkest shades that you want to use, and make sure you kind of color coordinate those, because you don't want to apply both really cold browns and warm toned browns, or you don't want to have a really cool toned purple sitting right next to a really warm brown, because that's going to make blending them really difficult. First of all, we have the Holiday Angel palette. Absolutely stunning. This shade Twinkle could be a really cool highlighter. As you can see, the range of browns is really good. We have a really light one here, but a pretty dark one here as well. So this could be, for example, the shade that we apply in the crease. For the Taste of Christmas palette, again, it's so beautiful. We see that this shade Panettone is really dark as well, but compared to this one that I showed you earlier, is more cool. And because I still want the look to really emphasize my eyes, we're also bringing the Peacock palette into play. This is my favorite palette from this set because it has so many pink shades. And from this one, we can really use this in the crease as well, and these lighter colors in the inner corner. Our most neutral shade so far is Cozy Up. I'm applying this with the tapered shadow brush. This is by Real Techniques. You don't have to pick up too much on the brush, because if it's not enough, we can just apply more. I'm concentrating most of it, as you can see here, in the outer corner, slowly going in the crease as well. We are in fact going to be covering most of the eyelid, and I'm really glad that the makeup community is returning to its more creative roots again, and we can finally use more colorful eyeshadows without being not trendy. And this is why we're bringing this back, like blending eyeshadows up to here, because it's making such a difference in the way your makeup sits. And I'm taking this round fluffy brush. This is unfortunately unnamed. I know that I got it from Primark like 6 years ago or something, so these are actually really good quality. And we're going to apply Unwrapped, this shade here. This is the warm but dark brown that I was telling you about, and I applied way too much. The brush picked up so much pigment, and this is way darker than I was expecting, so I'm kind of going to place it by tapping, as you can see, where I'd like it to sit, and then I'm going to use another brush to blend it because this brush is still really packed with the pigment. Don't have a different brush, or you just want to use this one. Take a tissue, really brush this off, like brush the excess off like you would brush on your eyes, so not too harshly because you don't want to ruin the brush. And when the excess is off, you should be able to blend this without messing everything up. I'm going to blend this with the same brush from before because, as you can see, this is more like in a fan shape and I feel like it blends things easier. And I'm slowly blending in soft motions. I'm not dragging it everywhere on the lid. I'm blending in really like small areas. And now with a blending brush, this is the Real Techniques 308. I'm blending this again now that I took most of the excess off, but again I'm not dragging it everywhere on my eyelid. I also cleaned my brush, and with the same one from the Peacock palette, we're going to apply Elfed Up, this kind of burgundy shade. Don't worry, this time I didn't pick up too much on the brush, and I'm applying it here right above the center of my eye and a little bit to the right in the crease and above the crease, like blending it above. And as you can see, slowly blending it together with the brown above the crease to create the illusion of larger eyes. From the Gingerbread palette, I want to now use the shade Panettone, and I'm going to apply it with a round brush again, but taking very little at a time and starting from here, so basically literally in the lash line we're applying it, and softly again blending this way. And now using a fluffy brush we can blend all of them together, but using very patient soft movements. And because this is still not exactly dramatic enough, we are going to return to the pink palette and use the shade Calling Birds. Basically this is a matte brown with gold particles in it, like glitter particles. And I'm taking just a really small bit on the tip of the brush and applying it here on top. Basically doing the same. It's time to apply the lighter shades, especially in the inner corner, but basically in the inner half of my eyelid. And we're going to start with the lightest one, which is Marshmallow from the Gingerbread palette. I'm applying it with this brush that I used before to apply a white shade basically, and I'm going to use this as a matte highlighter, so I'm applying it here in the inner corner. And you will see that when we apply the actual shimmery highlighter, it's going to be much more powerful because it's applied on this already highlighted base. A shade that is very similar but just a bit darker is Snow Angel, and I'm taking this with the same brush and applying it right in the corner of my eyes, not where the highlighter would be necessarily, but in the corner. And then from the pink palette I'm going to take Boxes and Bows because it's really light, and then for transition with the brown shades we're going to blend with Reindeer Games, but again using the same brush. Why is this not, like, I cannot see it? I'm going to try Stalking because it's a bit darker, and maybe I just made the whole base too dark and now the pink is not coming through. Still not what I wanted, to be honest with you. Really not what I wanted. Like, you can see the pink, and instead of using Reindeer Games to blend, I'm going to just extend Stalking in the center of my eyelid as well. Maybe this will help. I did my other eye as well, and I experimented with the shimmers a little bit. As you can see, we're going to recreate this on this eye. First of all, I want to apply Nicely. This might be my favorite shimmer ever, literally. It's so pretty. I'm applying it here, so not in the corner, but on the mobile part of my lid. Unfortunately, the base is pretty dark. I wasn't expecting for it to turn out this opaque, and the shimmer kind of has a hard time peeking through, but as you can see, it really catches the light really beautifully. Then we are using Gumdrop, which is probably the most fun shade of shimmer ever, and I'm packing quite a bit on the brush and depositing it in the center of the eyelid. Clean the brush really well of pigment because we're going to apply the highlighter. I'm using Twinkle, as I told you in the beginning, and I'm pretty sure that this shade is pure magic. I seriously hope the camera is doing it justice because it's blinding in real life. I also want to add some shimmery shades on the lower lash, but we're not going to fully blend them out. We're just going to do like a really thin line, the type that I usually do in my looks. So in the inner corner on my lower lash line, I'm going to go with boxes and bows, and hopefully this time we will be able to see it. Even though this is a really pigmented shade, it was sabotaged by the darker ones. As you can see, it's really pretty and it illuminates the eye. And with an even thinner brush, this is actually a tight liner from Real Techniques. I'm applying Calling Birds, but just a little. Don't overdo it, don't put too much at once, and line as close to your eye as possible without actually poking yourself in the eye. We are going to make the eyeshadow more crisp. I mean, this line here be more clear, so we're going to use a cotton pad and some micellar water. Don't apply too much, don't soak it through, just a little. And I like to kind of create this triangle shape and just whip it like this. We could have used tape, but this works just as well, and it saves us of the discomfort of having scotch on our faces. And make sure you also give a good wipe underneath your eyes because dark eyeshadow will inevitably cause fallout. Now it's time for mascara. I'm using the Faced one, which is my favorite. I'm using Angel Veil Primer by NYX. This is a face primer. This is going to ensure a really smooth base for our makeup. As I've been telling you for over a month now, I have a lot of makeup testers that I really want to use in order to be able to try new products and to find some potential new favorites, and also to give you my first-hand opinion on a lot of really popular products for you guys without actually having to like literally purchase all of them. And today we're doing this with this Dior foundation. This is actually a Glow Star filter. This is in the shade 2, and usually shade 1 is better for me, but we're going to work with what we have because the quality of the product is obviously the same. This is not exactly a foundation nor a concealer. I'm going to apply this with my beauty blender. Wow, from the first like literal second of application, I can tell you guys that this product is magnificent. Usually my skin really agrees with products from Dior, like as expected. This one seems to be truly something else. If I didn't already have other Dior face products on my wish list, I would probably purchase this instantly. Even though the shade is a bit too warm for my face, it looks really pretty. Because this is really glowy, we will need to set it with setting powder because I feel like it's literally highlighting every single pore that I have on my face. Maybe when it gets a bit absorbed, the situation will change though. It also smells really great. It has this faint smell of really luxurious cosmetics. This feels light enough on the skin, but I wouldn't necessarily wear this every day. This is more like for a special occasion, this party that we're getting ready for. So before going to bronzer and blush and highlighter, we're going to set our faces using this Huda Beauty powder. This is the Baby Bake and this is the shade Cherry Blossom Cake. I'm going to bronze just a little bit using my trusted Hoola bronzer by Benefit, and I'm applying it here where you would also kind of contour, and here. For blush, we have two really pretty options in this palette. First of all, we have Pink Macaron, and then we have Peach on Earth, and I want to combine both of them for a really blushy and festive look. In order to do that, I'm not going to apply too much out of any of them, just a little because it goes a long way and is really pigmented. This one is Peach on Earth, and I'm playing with this one more because the shade is lighter. And then Pink Macaron Careful. This one is even more pigmented, and it's this really pretty cool toned pink, and I'm concentrating most of it here. I absolutely love this blush mix. I feel like it makes them even better together. And for the highlighter, of course, we are going to use this gorgeous Candlelight shade. This is really stunning. Brushing off any excess setting powder. And now, because the eye look is so pigmented, is so intense, we're going to go really soft with the lips. First of all, I'm lining them using this Essence liner. I really like the variety of colors with these liners, and as you can see, they are really pigmented, especially for the price. And for the lipstick, I'm using this NYX one. This is the Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. And to complete the look, you will need some hair perfume because this is a party after all. I'm recommending this Gizu one. This is the Lavender Berry. I will apply it after I change into my party outfit. And for the perfume, of course, Carolina Herrera 212 VIP. This is my party perfume, and I'm kind of only reserving it for the really important occasions, really important parties, and this always smells festive to me. This is a completed makeup look for this year New Year's Eve party. I hope the party will be just as fun as the makeup was. I decided to give you this tutorial in advance in case you also need to plan your outfit. Go with the makeup, of course. You basically now have almost a week to prepare for the party, and also it helped me kind of forget about the Christmas nostalgia already. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial helped you guys. Make sure you tag me in any recreations or New Year's makeup looks. I'll see you fairies next year. Bye!